Hearts Against Heroin, and we're talking with Durean from Peniel, a long-term drug treatment center located in Johnstown. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
First of all, tell us a little bit about what you do at Peniel.
Well, we are a long-term drug and alcohol treatment center. We're located in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, in the Tanneryville section of Johnstown. And what we do is help clients from across this area get to the heart of their addiction problems and see ultimate freedom from the addiction issues that they're facing. We have a tremendous success rate, over 70% with the clients that we treat, and we're able to help free them from whatever it is that's holding them in addiction to drugs or alcohol or even emotional problems of any kind, anything that is keeping them back from living the ultimate life of freedom that they are destined to live. We have a treatment program that helps them to do just that.
Is your program open to anybody in the area?
Our program is open to anybody in the area. We do rolling admissions, so our admissions office is always available to take calls from people who need help. And what we're privileged to deal with are sometimes the most difficult cases of people that really need help, that really need life-changing, life-saving help when it comes to the addiction problem.
Tony, step up to that mic there, sir. Now,
yes, sir.
You are on staff at Peniel.
Yes.
So you would be called a counselor, or would that be the correct term?
Not actually a counselor like in a clinical sense, but I do work with the men in several different capacities. I work in the academic department a little bit. We have an academic and research development department, which is pretty cool. And I help in pretty much any other way that I can that they ask me to help, like here, being on the show today.
Now, you were a client of Peniel.
Yes, sir.
So obviously you've been quite successful going through the program, and we congratulate you for that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
We always ask everyone that comes in, how did this whole thing start for you? How old were you?
Good question. I was a late bloomer when I started to get into drinking, and for me it started with smoking marijuana. And I was about 18 when that process began. Just if I could take you back just a little bit.
Take me back.
That time. I'm going to take you back. Here
All
we
right.
go. We're going for a ride. I think a lot of people sometimes when they see addictive behavior and alcoholism and addiction, they think there's this point in somebody's life that you could kind of point back to and say, oh, that was it. That was the moment that they turned. And for me, I always felt it's kind of a progressive thing that happened in my life. And, I was, born to a single mom who had drug abuse problems, so that could have been part of it. I was in foster care for a little bit. I was adopted and grew up in a middle-class, loving home. I mean, we went to church. We ate dinner together. There was a lot of love in the family, so there wasn't anything really there that I felt I could have strayed. What happened for me is I was diagnosed very young with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Sure.
And there was a lot of labels that happened, and I had issues in school, and part of the symptoms of, and now we're learning a little bit more about it than we did then, the symptoms of it were like impulsivity, couldn't pay attention. So naturally I was in special ed. I was kind of made fun of. I went through all that stuff that somebody would that had a label on them when they were younger. I think that kind of led to my addictive behavior. That was a precursor for the addictive behavior to begin. So by the time I started drinking and smoking marijuana, I found, here's something that actually finally calms my mind. My thoughts aren't so scattered. I'm not all over the place. I'm focused. So I pretty much, when I would drink, I felt normal. And it kind of went from there. So I just kind of continued to drink and smoke marijuana and use opiates occasionally.
It's a great story, Tony, how you went to Peniel and became successful with the program. Durean has the contact information now.
814-536-2111, www.penielrehab.com. All the information is on our website. You can get to know more about our program, watch some of our videos, and even, like I said, if you're someone who needs help, download that application and begin that process today.
All right. Thank you guys for being in with us today.
Well, we appreciate it. Thanks for having us on. And again, thank you so much for this campaign and this program, this Hearts Against Heroin. We are excited to be a part of it, and we are glad to see something positive being contributed to this community to help overcome this problem.
It's the Hearts Against Heroin campaign with Forever Media.